Hello everyone. This video is for those adults who are worrying about their children and want to equip themselves with emotional first aid and know when is the right time for them to seek professional help. Nothing happens overnight. There are the reasons which push the child slowly towards illness. Number one thing is emotional disturbance. When a child is facing negligence, lack of attention, or a small disappointment, we call it as emotional disturbance because there is a frequency in which the emotion flows. Emotion, that is electronic motion in our body, the energy in our body. And a small disappointment can cause emotional disturbance, and that has to be addressed and attended by the adults. Hope is the only thing that can heal emotional disturbance. And proper education to the child how to deal with it. And this comes under emotional first aid, that you can equip yourself how to bring back the hope. If this is not attended, what happens? Emotional agility. I get agitated. I don't know to compartmentalize my emotions. Am I happy? Am I sad? So I don't know to have that in categories. So I take everything at once and get agitated. I will not be able to perform. This will affect my daily routine as well. And how to bring back the emotional energy to this child. This also comes under emotional first aid, that we need to motivate children on this, that you are important and we need to lend our ears, we need to listen to them. So emotional agitation can be addressed by parents. And what happens if we don't attend a child at this stage also? Emotional agility leads to emotional discomforts. Now I'm not comfortable in this energy because I have started somewhere, the resentment process is happening. I'm thinking something negative, doubting my own self. So these things are happening. So the best thing is affection. You are mine and I'm there for you. That assurance is what is should be provided by the caregiver. What happens if we don't attend this child who is going through these discomforts? This creates wound, emotional gangrene. This wound will not let the child to perform, to even do small things, and this will bring forgetfulness. I will study for 8 hours, but I don't remember anything. And there is the fear and anxiety towards everything I do, and I fear and doubt myself, self castigation. These are all some of the signs that we see, and this is closely getting into the danger zone. So, this is when we have to realize that compassion is something, empathy is something that a parent has to get equipped to address this. And once this wound is not healed at all, this becomes suppression. The child will doubt, to whom should I go and talk to? And what should I talk? Maybe I'm not having proper vocabulary to express what is going on in my mind. So that is when emotional irregulation happens. Like I will go kettle on the floor. Either I freeze or fly, I will lose upon the hope to fight. So that is when we have to give them professional help. So now, before your child reach this point of emotional irregulation, which is a high level frustration tolerance, the child will lose upon patience, delay gratification. Child will not be having the trust and belief on self and others. So, if this is not attended at this stage also, emotional irregulation will get into emotional displacement. So, I will not know on whom should I put this energy out. So, it's always like energy is neither created nor destroyed. Somewhere this energy has to go out of this body and mind. So, I look for a weaker people and start putting my frustration there. We all do it. We all do it in small or bigger ways, but we do it. So emotional displacement will lead to emotional dysfunction is the worry. So children can't handle this complex issues associated with emotions if the caregivers doesn't understand why my child is frustrated, why my child is getting irritated of small things. So we need to address this at a professional end where the cognitive empathy is required. There's not that I feel for my child, but how do my child know that I'm feeling, I'm caring? So there is a professional person who is lending their ears and not only listening to the child, but also is able to, justify the whole statements or the whole scenario, whatever the child is expressing, without judging the child and putting the child into wrong and right position. So that is required when the child is displacing the emotions in the wrong time. What happens? Even the child can get into a process where the child may invest emotion in a wrong person, in a wrong place, in a wrong time. So psychoeducation and handholding, coaching, and uplifting of their life skills is very much important. What happens when the child is not being given the support at this stage? Also, there are a lot of children who don't get this kind of support at this stage because we are not educated about emotions since our childhood, and our children are also not getting educated, but we are teaching them skills to learn, which is not a right idea unless until they experience what they are going through. And if we don't attend them at this stage, this leads to emotional sickness or illness. So it is very important before we receive the warning signs like suicidal tendencies and bullying, and bullying others is also something that we need to consider is important. So we need to provide them that freedom of expression, a space to express, a feeling of that safe place. So that is emotional first aid. When you make another person feel good, important, and understood. And to make another person feel all this, you need to learn, you need to skill up. So that is where Ashadai Hope is working in equipping people with these skills, and emotional first aid is the need of the hour. Come on, join us in this journey.